up, designer friends? My name is Ron Sego. Welcome back to Flux, and today we have August top 5 websites of the month. We've got some really premium luxury websites to show you, and we're gonna dive deep into all of the details that make these websites look so great, look so premium and expensive, which probably also made them expensive. So let's dive right into it. The first website that I want to show you is for this private jet company called Platoon. I'm actually going to reload this so that you can see the intro video here. Now, my guess is that this is a 3D rendering of this plane, and basically what they did here is they just animated the light, but this creates such a kind of like dramatic feel into this, and this is already the beginning. So already look at the drama. It's very clean, black and white, animating the light, and then we're diving into this. Basically, as I've mentioned, this is basically a private jet kind of company. Look how clean and simple this is. They're stating their mission, starting with their mission with a very clean, thin kind of font that combines. It's a sans serif font, but it still has these contrasts between the vertical and the horizontal line, which makes it look premium. And all through the website, again, very clean. As you can see, clean layout. The interactions here kind of smooth you in from one section to another. As you can see, things are fading in, fading out. As you scroll, things are being discovered. And this really contributes to the feeling of, hey, we're flying through the air, we're discovering stuff here. Look at the illustration with very thin lines. A lot of something that you'll see throughout the website that we have today is when things are premium, when things are kind of like want to look expensive, a lot of times you'll see thin lines, very delicate details, and you can see them in this illustrations here. Obviously, they all look like they're been kind of drawn from the plane window, which is also kind of a nice touch. Again, check out all the small details like the line here, the very thin text here at the top. Very nice details that contribute to this website looking very expensive. Well, obviously it's a private jet company. So very nice details in this website for Fly Platoon. Let's continue to the next website. So the next website that we have for you is called Flux, and this is for a jewelry website. Note again, this is a pretty similar type of font. So this is a sans serif font, but still have this very thin line and difference between the stroke in the horizontal and vertical lines. So note, if you want to go with premium, this is what's trending right now. What I like about this website is you're starting from kind of like you don't know where you are in the scroll, and you can actually scroll up and you can scroll down, and this gives you kind of an infinite feeling. And when you're scrolling fast, look at, the images are actually kind of like squeezing in, like we're in some kind of a photo barrel or something like this. This is a pretty fun experience to begin with, and then we're clicking here Discover Collection to dive into this. And what I like about this website is there's constant movement here. You see, I can scroll through the different types of jewelry, but even when I'm not moving, can you see this very slow movement of the elements? Nothing is really staying in place, and this is really nice because it feels alive. The website feels alive. But also, one thing that you'll notice with premium website and with, in general, things that are premium is they're very slow, they're very delicate, they're very smooth. And when I'm going into an item here, very nice animation, you can also see that the image here is kind of like this flaggy image is also always on the move. And this is a very nice detail. Remember what I've mentioned about very thin lines? So note the icons here, continuing with the very thin line kind of experience, and also on the button. So very nice detail on this website again. One thing that I was actually bummed about is when I actually try to buy this, it actually opens up a new website that is actually built on Wix e-commerce. So that is kind of a bum down. You've had this very super premium experience, and then you're going into some like completely normal and regular e-commerce checkout experience. I think that could have been improved. However, still very nice website for Flux jewelry. The next website that I want to show you is this one. It's called Bertani, and this is for a winery. I want to reload this to show you the loading intro because it's really nice. It starts from 2021 and then scrolling back, so it's actually loading into the year where they've started this winery. And this website has horizontal scrolling, which we've covered a lot, and this is a very nice way to create kind of like a magazine feel to it, right? You're like looking at a magazine and scrolling through the pages. Now, what I like about this website is, obviously they were talking about tradition. The first thing that they were trying to show you is the history, but this looks super, super modern, right? This is kind of like very, very Helvetica. I don't know, maybe that's Helvetica or something very, very similar. Font, very clean layout, kind of like modernistic layout. However, they're combining it with this very, very classic, both illustration and also this very, very classical serif font. So they're combining the modern with the old and heritage, and I really, really like this. I think this is really beautiful. Also great imagery, and they're playing with the horizontal scroll and then switching into, different kinds of scrolls. I really, really like this. So again, this looks super, super modern. This actually looks like kind of like Swiss design grids kind of thing. So I like this combination of modern and tradition. I think this looks really, really great. Also note all the small, very, very thin line. We've mentioned this multiple times throughout the website, throughout all of the premium website, which makes this look very, very premium. They also have this very nice kind of like loading thing here, which shows you where you are in the page. Also very, very thin lines to give you this detail, but keeping the hierarchy of this element very, very low. Very, very nice website for this Italian winery. The next premium website that I want to show you is this new Bugatti smartwatch. So Bugatti, you might have known them from either their cars or from their super expensive watches. They're now getting into the smartwatch category, so trying to compete with something like Apple Watch. And it's really interesting to look at what because obviously they compete with Apple, and I do think that looking at this page, obviously selling a similar product, they took a lot from how Apple portrays their product, but they also try to do other things and keep it on their own, especially with, I like how they rolled the typography, and also note another combination of modern font together, sans serif combined with serif font, the modern with the tradition. Obviously, the tradition is where probably they can compete with Apple. They won't try to win on the modern. We've got all the features. So what they can compete with is, look how much tradition we have, and we are in the luxury space, right? So this is the most luxurious. But in terms of the visuals, I think it's actually pretty similar to what Apple is doing with the Apple Watch. So I don't know if there's too much originality when it comes to the actual website and art direction. Looks pretty similar to what Apple was doing, but they're trying to put their own twist into it. I think mainly with the combination of typography, although this looks pretty normal modern website. Yeah, so another nice luxury website. The last website that I want to show you today is actually not a luxury website, but this is a very super interesting project to me. So it's called Motley Crue, and this is actually a collaboration of 3 amazing design studios. So Hello Monday, Dog Studio, and Set Snail. They are 3 awesome design agencies, design and development agencies, and 3 of them have collaborated. Through the last year, obviously digital events became a big thing, and they're as digital agencies are trying to figure this out for their clients, and they've collaborated together, which first of all I think is a pretty cool thing, because usually people think about the different agencies or freelancers as their competition, and I like that they've collaborated together to create something new. But also look at the experience that they've created here. So they're showing their projects. This is basically a portfolio project, but you feel like you're walking through a museum. There's other people looking at the project. You feel like you're looking at some kind of, presentation or some kind of, forgot the name of it, like installation, right? Like a real world installation where you're walking around and checking the work of some artists or something like this, which is exactly what they're doing. All of their projects are basically how do you bring people online and give them the feeling that they're in some kind of an event right now. So I think this is a really fantastic way. It's also kind of like 3D. It's interactive. You can move this thing around. So it's a really, really great portfolio. And what's interesting here is the way that you present your work is almost as important as the work itself. So here they're trying to sell you on, we'll create live events, and you feel like you're in an event when you're going through their portfolio. So I do recommend actually checking the project themselves because they are all very, very interesting, and I'm excited for this collaboration and looking to see what's going to come out of it. All right, let me know what was your favorite website of the month, and if there's anything technical that you'd like to explore, how to build, how to develop this, let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll create a tutorial about this. Of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more web design and freelancing content. Make sure you check it out, and also our courses in the description below, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.